In this video, we are continuing on with the Yang Style 108 form. Today, I'm going to be teaching you movement 102 of the form, and this movement requires a little bit more balance and flexibility than many of the movements before this one. So I will be showing some variations to make this movement a little bit easier for you if you would prefer for it to be a little bit easier for you. As usual, my first demonstration is going to be as if I started the form facing you. So directly toward you is south, and to my left is east. Our last movement of the form left us facing to the east, and that was step back and ride the tiger. So we were here at the last movement of the form. The first thing that I want to point out is now is a good time to check in and make sure that your knee alignment is good on that back leg. I know this is something that I've talked about in previous videos, but as we go on through the forms, sometimes it can be just understood that you're checking your knee alignment, and I want to bring your attention back to it to make sure that you are checking your knee alignment and you're not doing anything that's dangerous with that knee. So make sure that the knee is lined up with the toes, it's not pushing out to one side or the other, and that your weight is supported on it and you're not pushing your knee way far out past your toes here. You have a bend in the knee that allows you to sit back, but you're not doing anything that is either painful for your knee or dangerous for your knee. So now that we've checked in with that knee to make sure that it's aligned safely, the front toe is barely touching the floor. Our arms are like so, as we discussed in the last video. From here, what we're going to do is just focusing on the arms first. They're going to scoop in, turn palm up at the sides. They're going to slide forward, palm up, and then as you shift your weight forward, they're going to turn palm down and press down and forward in front of you. So from here, the arms come in. You're going to start to step forward with the left foot on the heel. You shift forward and the arms push forward, palm up. And then as you finish that shift to the forward leg, your hands are going to turn palm down in front of you and just settle forward. So let's do just that much again. From our last movement, arms circle in, step with the left foot, shift forward, palms up, and palms down. Now that is just a transition movement. The motions that give this movement its name come from the kicks that we're about to do. So this is just the transition, the lead into those kicks. So from here, hands come in, palm up to the sides of the hips, step forward, shift forward, palms up, and palms down. You're going to shift the rest of your weight to your left leg, and you're going to do a crescent, an outside crescent kick with the right leg. So the leg is going to come in toward your center line, up, and to the outside. So from here, kick. And what you want to do with this, if you're doing the high kick, you want to either slap the kick with your hands or kick your hands with your foot, depending on how you think of it. Either way is fine. But the idea is those hands up there give you something to focus on, kind of give you a target, and allow you to express a little bit of power at the peak of the kick. So from here, kick. And so you're kicking the left hand first, then the right hand. From there, what you're going to do, kick is step back, turn, you're going to turn to face west, and you're going to come across with an inside crescent kick. So your leg is coming from the outside across the center line for this kick. So the first one was from the center line out. This one is from the outside toward the center line. So the right leg kicks out, the left leg kicks in. Okay? So from here, kick, step, kick, and turn. Now it's a little bit difficult to do this in like a step at a time, and it's easier to kind of go through it smoothly, but it's important to know what's happening at each step. So we're going to try to continue going through with a kick, then a kick, rather than a continuous move from one kick to the next. As you get used to these kicks, you can try to smooth it out and take some of the choppiness out of it. You don't want to be like kick, and then step, and then kick, and then turn. That's not how you want to go through it. But if you start there, that's totally fine. Do what you need to do to get it down correctly, and then smooth out the rough edges later. So once again, hands come in. Palm up at either side, step out, shift forward, palms up, palms settle down. Kick outside with the right foot. Allow that momentum to turn you a bit. So this kick is turning you to face this way, or at least get you going in that direction so you can step over there. So you kick, step, kick, and you allow the momentum of that kick to turn you so you're facing east again. So we're doing a complete 360. The first kick gets us over toward the west, so that's our 180. The second kick turns us back so that we're facing east again. On the last one that I demoed, I stepped kind of far to the west as I was doing the step back to emphasize that that's where your foot's going. When you do this kick though, you don't want to go kick and step way over here and then kick. You want to stay very close to the same spot. So if you move a little bit, that's fine, but you don't want this huge step out to the west when you do this. From here, kick, and you should be right in this area here when you step down, kick and turn, so you shouldn't have moved very far from where you started. When you finish, you want your weight rooted in the right leg, and your left foot is barely touching the floor with the toe next to the right foot. Your right arm's going to be in front, horizontal, palm down, with the right hand as a fist, and your left hand is going to be pulled in at the side. It can be either palm up or palm towards you as a fist next to the hip. Now we're going to do the variation where we kick lower, so this is the easier version of this. And you can even kick lower than this if that's what your balance, your strength, your flexibility allows, and don't try to get too into kicking high and doing things that are dangerous for you. Honestly, do what's safe for you, and the training is going to be better for you than if you're doing things that are not safe for you but trying to get the kick higher. So we start the same. From the last movement, step forward with the left foot, hand scoop in. So hand scoop in, step, shift forward, palms up, palms down. Now instead of using the foot as the target, because if we're kicking lower, we would have to really reach down to try to get the foot. You're going to use just right outside the knee. So your target for the hands, or what you're targeting the hands with, is the outside of the knee, and you're just sweeping the leg out and around. And you can use that momentum, just like before, to turn you. And for the second one, use that momentum to turn you. So once again, from here, in, step, shift forward, palms down. We're going to do the kick low. There, turns us, step, and again, don't step really far, stay in this general area, step, kick, and let that turn you to face back to the east. When you finish this, your weight's going to be on your right leg, and your left foot for now, just let it touch the floor with the toe. Don't put weight on it, just let it touch the floor. So once again, let's go through that easier version. From here, hands in, step forward, shift, settle, palms down. You're going to slap the outside of the leg near the knee as you kick, turn, step, kick, turn. And on that second one, you're going to the inside of the knee. So remember, the right leg kicks out, so you're going to the outside of the leg. The left leg kicks in, outside toward the center line, so you go to the inside of that knee. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I'd started the form facing this way. So this is now south for me, and away from you is east. Our last movement left us facing to the east. Here. Rooted in the right leg, left leg is barely touching the floor. The hands circle in toward the hips, they turn palm up, you step, shift, the hands extend in front, and as you finish that shift forward, they settle, palms down. We're going to kick with the right leg, turning, then we're going to kick with the left leg, turning. And we finish rooted in the right leg, right hand about chest level, palm down. The right hand's a fist, and the left hand either palm towards you or palm up as a fist. Here. Once again, bring the hands in, step forward, shift, and settle the palms. From here, kick with the right, going out, kick with the left, going in, and finish facing to the east. Now I'm going to demonstrate the easier version as if I'd started the form facing this way. So this is south, and away from you is east. From here, circle the hands in, step forward with the left foot, shift forward, palms up, and settle the palms down. From here, we're going to kick with the right leg, slapping at the knee. Then we're going to kick with the left leg, slapping at the knee, and we're going to finish. Left hand is a fist next to the hip, right hand is a fist, palm down, chest level, rooted in the right leg, left foot barely touching the floor with the toe. And one more time with the easier version, shift forward, palms up, palms down. Kick low, turn, kick low, turn, and stop here. Right hand about chest level, left hand by the hip. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I had started the form facing away from you. So this is now south, and that's east. Our last movement of the form left us facing to the east. From here, you're going to bring the hands in, step with the left foot. Hands are palm up, they slide forward, palm up, turn palm down as you finish that shift. From here, you're going to kick with the right leg, going from the inside to the outside, followed by a kick with the left leg, going from the outside to the inside. So from here, kick, kick, finish. Left hand is by the hip, with the left hand as a fist. The right hand is a fist, palm down, about chest level. All your weight's in your right leg, and your left foot's just barely touching the floor with the toes here. Let's go through that one more time. Hands circle in, they turn palm up. Next to the hips, you step forward, shift, the hands come out palm up, and then they turn palm down as you settle forward into that forward stance. From here, kick with the right leg, followed by the left leg, kick, turn, kick. And when you finish, you're rooted in the right leg, left hand by the hip as a fist, right hand about chest level, palm down, also as a fist, and the left foot is barely touching the floor with the toe. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I'd started the form facing away from you. So this is south, this is east, and this is going to be the easier version with the lower kicks. So from here, bring the arms in, palm up, step forward, shift, and palm down as you settle. Kick with the right leg going out, turn, kick with the left leg going in, turn. And when you finish, right hand about chest level, left hand by the hip. One more time from here, bring the hands in, turn palm up, step forward, touching with the heel, shift, palms up, settle, palms down. Kick with the right leg going out, turn, kick with the left leg coming in, turn. And here, you can set that foot down, touching the floor with just the toes. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I had started the form facing this way. So this is south, directly towards you is east. Our last movement of the form left is here. From here, we're going to sweep the hands in toward the hips, turn them palm up, step forward with the left heel. From here, you shift forward, palms up, and at the end, you settle, palms down. We're going to kick out with the right leg, we're going to kick in with the left leg. The right leg is going to turn us 180, and then the left leg is going to bring us back around to finish that 360 turn so that we're facing east again. So from here, kick, turn, turn. And when you finish, rooted in the right leg, left leg's barely touching the toe, right hand about chest level as a fist, palm down, left hand as a fist, either palm up or palm toward you, next to the hip. Again from here, hands come in, step forward with the left foot, touching with the heel, shift forward, and settle. Kick with the right, kick with the left, and finish facing again to the east, rooted in the right leg, left foot barely touching the floor, right hand at chest level, palm down, as a fist, left hand either palm towards you or palm up as a fist, next to the hip. Now I'm going to demonstrate the easier modification of this. Again, as if I'd started the form facing this way, so that's south, directly towards you is east. From here, the hands circle in, step forward with the left foot, shift forward, palms up, they're going to settle to palms down. From here, you're going to kick out with the right, nice and low, slapping the outside of the knee, and then you're going to kick with the left, coming in, slapping the inside of the knee. Gently, not hard enough to hurt yourself. So from here, kick, and finish, again facing east, the right hand about chest level, the left hand next to the hip. Once again from here, we're going to circle the hands back, in toward the hips. Palm up, step forward with the left foot touching with the heel, shift forward, palms up, and settle, palms down. Kick with the right, turning out, kick with the left, turning in, and finish again facing to the east, the right hand about chest level, the left hand next to the hip. Now that we've been through that movement, you should have a pretty good idea of how it goes. Let's discuss a few of the pitfalls that come along with this movement. The very first one is scooping the arms too far back. So it's not like you're trying to grab someone behind you before you bring your hands forward. The arms are scooping back, but they're not really going much further back than this, and then coming in toward the hips. So it's not this and forward. From here, it's just scooping in, and then it's like they're coming toward the hips, and then forward from there. So be careful about sending your arms too far back. The next pitfall has to do with weight distribution in the rooting leg as you're doing this transition from the false step to the bow step. What can happen really easily is for you to shift your weight forward to the toes, and you're going to feel your toes gripping, and that's going to put more stress on your knee. It's going to roll your hips in a more awkward way, and it's going to cause a lot more tension down the front of your leg. All of that is not ideal, and it's going to make you less stable, and it's just going to put a lot more stress on your body than needs to be there. So what you want to do is keep your weight shifted back toward the heel, not far enough that it makes you feel like you're losing your balance backwards and your toes are going to come up, but far enough back that as you sink down, you feel that weight going straight down into the ground instead of forward into the toes. So it's like it's driving straight down through the foot here, just ahead of the heel, rather than coming forward like this, obviously not lifting your heel, but you don't want it up here, you want it right there, and also not back here, because you don't want to feel unstable backwards. So make sure that your weight's going through your foot that way as you step forward. That's going to give you more stability. If you roll it forward, that's going to require a lot more muscular strength instead of structural support, and it's going to put more stress on your knee, and we definitely don't want that. So from this empty step, make sure that your weight stays back closer to the heel as you step forward, and then you can shift forward from there. Pitfall number 3 with this movement is not maintaining good alignment as you're doing the kicks, and that's going to throw you off balance. So you'll know if this is happening if when you kick, you feel like you're about to fall onto your leg as it's coming down. And as you kick, you feel like your body's being kind of flung all over the place. This goes back to not wanting to kick higher than your body's really ready for, because that upsets your balance, that upsets your alignment, and it's not a safe way of kicking. And it's certainly not a safe way of practicing Tai Chi. So when you do your kicks, you want to maintain your alignment, and if that means that you kick lower and that allows you to stay over your rooted leg, that's kick high. Keep your alignment as you go through this. Don't this, that. And that's of course a huge exaggeration, but we get a lot of times very worked up about thinking that we need to do something a certain way, and that if we can't do that for some reason, that's a reflection on who we are or something about us individually, each of us. And the fact of the matter is, it's a process. We're all on a journey, and we're all at different spots on that journey. And as you're developing these skills, as you're letting this art refine your body, you have to understand that you want to let that process happen in a safe way. So let go of the idea that you need to kick high. If that's something you can do easily, great. If that's something you can't do easily, great. That's where you are in your journey. Embrace that and practice in a safe way. So this pitfall is not maintaining your alignment as you kick because of trying to kick too high. And that, of course, makes you lose your balance and is not safe, as I've said many times before. And the last pitfall that I'm going to talk about for this movement is one that can happen in a lot of movements of the form. But again, just like the weight distribution when you're in the false step, I want to talk about your alignment when you're in your bow step here and there. You want to make sure that this knee doesn't go out past the toe. This is not good for your knee. It's not good for your structure. It's not good for your ability. Bring it back, and from here, if I look down, I should just, if I see the tip of my toe, it can go past just a little bit so I can't see it. But if I go further than that, then it's getting out into a less stable area that puts more stress on the knee. So try to keep your knee behind your toe. Very similar thing here. You don't want your weight shifted forward so that it's on the ball of your foot or the toes. Obviously, you want your foot flat at all times, the heel not coming up. But your weight distribution should be directly below your leg, kind of letting that force sink straight into the floor rather than your toes having to grip and your balance being too far forward. So if you feel like your toes are doing this when you're in your bow and arrow stance, your weight's too far forward and you need to shift it back so that you can maintain your structure well. That's all that there is to this movement of the form. I hope you found this video very informative. I hope it has either helped you review this movement or has helped you learn it for the first time. If you have any questions about this movement, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you found this video informative or useful for you, please hit the like button, consider subscribing to this channel. Also consider becoming a supporting member for this channel to help ensure that videos like this can be made available in the future. Stay safe and healthy out there, and thank you so much for watching.